Good evening and salutations, my bold and beautiful fans. I know I said this yesterday. My goodness, I missed this show like no tomorrow. And I really do feel that if I didn't get a strike on my video, I would have still been watching it up until now. Let's just, hope that everything goes well this time. I'm changing background music often and yeah. So I'm hoping that everything works out. So I first want to sit there and say thank you to all the new subscribers and thank you to my subscribers in general, because I really do appreciate people filling me in on what's been going on with this episode. I mean, just what's been going on with the people and stuff like that, because I'm clearly out of the loop. Now, I guess my question is, so if Eric, and I cannot believe he actually did this, if Eric actually pretty much said it was okay for Quentin to sleep with Carter, then why are they so worried about, why are they so worried about him finding out? I mean, I don't get it. He already knows. I'm... Please somebody help me in the comment section understand why are they literally jumping through hoops to try to do quote-unquote damage controls. This way, this way, Eric doesn't find out what Quentin, I guess her name is, and Carter are doing if he already agreed to that. Which, I was thinking about this morning. And I said this yesterday. But I was like, what did you... I don't want to sit there and say, what did you think was going to wind up happening when you got somebody who is pretty much old enough to be your daughter? And the time comes where she wants to get more intimate. Like, you really couldn't pick somebody close to your age? Somewhat close to your age? Now, granted, Quentin said, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but Quentin was like, you know how many doctors and psychiatrists and stuff like that he's seen? That is a scary thing. For so many different reasons. And granted, it is actually pretty sad. I mean, I know it's kind of funny as hell, the way they're portraying this. And the sad thing is that it's supposed to be taken as a serious matter, because all jokes aside, and I really do mean all jokes aside, it is something that does affect people. And it doesn't just affect the man, it affects the woman as well. So, but the way they're going about this in a very cartoonish fashion is just so entertaining to watch. And I feel like a dick for saying that, but it really is. But they practically jumped through hoops and tried to convince this man Justin not to say anything. And I'm gonna be honest, I start to see look of doubt in Justin's face with, should he actually go and tell Rich the truth? And I'm kind of just like, wait a minute. Like, part of me is like, bro, I get what they're saying, but you actually gonna do this? Like, I guess, my goodness. I kind of look at this, and I hate to sit there and say this, but I guess I kind of look at this like it's somewhat guy code, Understanding that this man is not enough for her on an intimate level, that he doesn't want his pride and everything like just to be completely embarrassed and humiliated like that, from one guy to the other. I kind of look at it, that's why I kind of looked at it, it's like, alright, maybe it's guy code. Maybe guy code is actually kicking in, And towards the end of the episode, he does go out to Rich, And Rich is like, all right, so what's going on? Like, is she like stepping out on him? Like, what's going on? What's up? And he has that look of you know, hesitation. And of course, it ended, because he want to really kind of string you along to tomorrow. But I do have a feeling like he's gonna actually lie for, he's gonna lie to him. He's gonna lie to him. He's gonna do it because he feels like he's doing the right thing for Eric. He feels like, in reality, he is fulfilling guy code. And that sounds silly, but in some ways, I kind of feel like that's what he's doing. So Cheryl, I think that's her name. Cheryl is like not backing down. She's like, I want to see my grandchildren. And she starts to walk up, and Steffi pushes her like, yo, listen, you do that again, it is not going to end well for you. So they're kind of like on the standoffish kind of thing. And then Finn comes back from surfing because, you know, when you're in LA, that's what you do. So he walks in there, and in some ways, I gotta sit there and be honest, I feel kind of bad for Finn, because the way his mother is just like, oh, well, you know, she's trying to keep me apart from you and my grandchildren, you know, my grandchildren, and I've changed, and this, that, and the third, and you don't want to do that to your mother now, right? I mean, she kept playing the mother card, and how even Steffi was like, yo, is she serious? Like, and so, you know, Finn just has this look on his face, and I'm not gonna lie, there's times when Finn has certain looks on his face where it's just like, I know it's supposed to be taken seriously, but he just has this kind of look on his face where he's just like the type of look that he has on his face, it's like, is this guy really playing the doctor? Like, seriously, like, I know I can't be the only person that kind of looks at him sometimes when he just has that look, and it's just like, and this is a guy that's supposed to be playing the doctor. We're supposed to be okay, we're supposed to be taking him seriously. Alright, cool. But, again, he's kind of caught in the middle. And, you know, ultimately he decides, you know what, listen, I'm going to stand by my wife. You have a lot of bad blood with her. And I'm not having that type of energy going on. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know what she did recently, so I can't sit there and speak to her character. But it does kind of suck, because I felt like there was a huge part of him that wanted to allow, you know, like allow her in his life and, you know, to spend time with, you know, her grandchildren, because, well, I don't know about the other one, but one of them is his child. So, as, you know, as uncomfortable it is for her, and she doesn't want her in her grandchildren's life, he does actually have a bit of say in that also, you know. But again, I can't sit there and kind of sway it one way or the other, because I know she's done some bad stuff, and I know she said that she's changed, but I don't know the length of time between that change. Like, was it like 10 years ago? Was it recently? Like, was it like how long ago are we sitting there talking about, you know? Well, ultimately, he decides to stand with his wife, walks her to the door, and then it's funny, he walks her to the door, and then Steffi, like, kind of, like, walks over to kind of make sure, yo, I just want to make sure you walking her to the door, and you're not saying anything. Alright, you good. You good. Like, literally, like, when you couldn't trust him to sit there and have him walk his mother to the door without you just checking in to make sure, like, alright, we good. And the last scene was, oh, question, is Zoe, I think that's her name. Zoe is Paris' sister. Is she still on the show? Because I'm not gonna lie, I remember I was watching the show, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I really can't stand her. Like, I can't stand her with a passion. She just came across as just so selfish, and just everything about a person that I didn't like. Everything about a woman that, you know, as far as relationship wise, that I just would not want to be with. And you know, not to sit there and pass judgment or anything like that, but she is, was she supposed to be like a model or something? Because like, really? No. Just, no. Anyway, Zenday, I think that's his name. Zenday and Paris are talking. Not gonna lie, they don't really seem like they like talk about anything much. I feel like it's like people just had to draw a straw and decided who was gonna be the time filler, and they just decided to get picked. You know, they just drew the shortest straws. They were like, all right, F it, this is what we're gonna do. And that's what they did. They talked about her moving out of, I guess Steffi's place or somebody's place. Yeah, they talked about her moving out, her having her own place, so this way they can continue to do whatever they do. And, to be honest, I'm surprised that he didn't ask her to move in, or maybe, like, he did and she said no or something. I'm not too sure. But they didn't really talk about too much of anything important that I can sit there and think of. Now, Eric comes into the room, and once again, Ridge is like, yo, listen, what's going on what's going on with Quentin? Like, you forgave them without any backlash, and, like, y'all practically live separate lives. Like, he wants to know what's going on. And Eric just pretty much defends his wife. And, you know, it's really sad. It's one of those things, I shouldn't sit there and say defend his wife, because, yeah, I just, he defends his marriage. And it's one of those things that's like, you ever had that one person that you knew was in a bad relationship, and yet they just kept defending it like, oh, well, you know, we have an arrangement. You know, I'm not gonna lie, the minute that he said they had an arrangement, I was like, I'm sorry, what? But you can tell when somebody's, you know, you ever had that friend or that person, that friend or whatever, when you, or that cousin, sister, whatever, that you knew that was in a bad relationship and they kept trying to defend the relationship, you know, like they were working overtime. That's literally what Eric was doing, and being defensive about it, up until a point where, you know, Katie kind of just dropped it, like, you know what, listen, he's getting upset about it, and, you know, we want to respect you and your marriage and stuff like that, and, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, Kate, I think that's her name, Kate. I don't know why I keep calling her Katie. Anyway, she's pretty much like wants to know because she still come over, and, you know, Eric was like, all right, yeah, you can come over just as long as we don't talk about, you know, my marriage or whatever. And that's when I guess they both leave because they got some new interns. What is it that they exactly do there? I mean, I know they probably do something with fashion and something with helping people, because I don't know, it makes the company look good. Anyway, they go and look at the new interns. Hope they're paid interns. And that's when Ridge is sitting there talking to Justin, and, you know, he's like, so what's going on? Is she stepping out or what? And again, like I said before, most likely there's a good 99% chance that he's going to sit there and lie, because guy code. And of course, you know, you got Carter and Quentin, or Quinn, or whatever her name is, like, oh, we just gotta hope it work. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, when Carter was like, oh, I can't even believe I gotta sit there and try to defend myself, it was like, bro, you're literally banging somebody else's wife. And you have the audacity to stand and be like, I can't believe I'm sitting there trying to defend myself. Nah, bro. You should just sit there and just stand tall and tell him to go, you know, screw himself. Let's see what that gets you. Wow. Scott Carter seems pretty interesting. And I don't necessarily, and when I say interesting, I don't necessarily mean in a good way, but yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's pretty much about it. If I missed anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. See you in the next video, which is probably going to be a lot earlier than today's video because I've said it in my other video, but I know I kind of separate them. I was on a date, and it was actually really good. It lasted longer than I thought it was. So by the time I got home and started my first review, it just kind of just dominoed. But hopefully, you know, tomorrow should be a lot more better. As far as putting out the videos and stuff like that. So I want to thank everyone's patience and just watching the bold and the beautiful reviews. I haven't been doing them in a while, so I appreciate people watching, you know. And like I said, honestly, to tell you the truth, I would have did it much sooner if I didn't get that strike on my channel. But I'm actually glad I'm doing them because, oh my goodness, are they so fun. And now I'm about to do my Days of Our Lives review, and here's a particular subject matter that I am, let's just put it this way, it creeps me out. And I said this in my other review, there's guys who like to sit there and think that we are invincible, nothing scares us, and we can practically conquer anything. And as much as I like to sit there and believe that, that's not necessarily true. There are certain things in this world that just freak me out. Which is weird because I'm a horror fan. I love horror movies, so. But I'm kind of like being scared, but at the same time it's creeping me out, so it's kind of a balance. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Be safe. And thank you for listening to my rant.